So now you can invest in any luxury property in Dubai, right? Just for minimum AD of 2,000 dirhams. The real estate market will hit at least $3 trillion by 2030. Imagine, converting a house into digital shares. Everyone tells you about investing for just 2,000 dirhams, but nobody tells you how to actually do it. And today we're going to talk about tokenization, right? And what is tokenization? An example of tokenization, the process of onboarding a property, the platforms to invest, the future and growth of tokenization, and as an investor, and conclusion. So let's get deeper into what is tokenization. Tokenization is a process of converting your ownership rights of the property into digital tokens on blockchain. So imagine, converting a house into digital shares, right? And then you can then invest for each share. As an example, okay, let's take a villa in Palm Jumeirah. Right, so it's a villa in Palm Jumeirah. Imagine it's a 5-bed worth 20 million. Imagine cutting down this villa into fractions of parts, right? So let's say into 100,000 shares, right? Valued up to $200 per share. Okay, so this is basically your token. So this is your entry value for a 5-bedroom villa. So what does this do, right? So this helps an everyday investor or an affordable investor or an entry-level investor or even someone who is getting a salary below 10K or 5K, where they can do small investments with their savings, okay, in a luxury property. Normally you need, billionaires or millionaires to actually invest in a luxury property or something in downtown Palm Jumeirah or the mansions. So now you can invest in any luxury property in Dubai or wherever you like, right? Just for minimum AD of 2,000. That's how simple and easy it gets. So what is 2,000 dirhams? Probably a rent that you pay. 2,000 dirhams is a lot for some people. 2,000 dirhams is, easily spent for some people as well. But start investing with just minimum 2,000 in a Palm Jumeirah villa. And that's how you can start investing in Dubai right now. Very easy process. So I'll get to the process and who's the regulator body. Next point is, how do they actually onboard, right? Who is the regulating body? Is this actually credible? Yes, it is. So the process starts by doing the valuation and due diligence, right? By mixed professionals of valuators or valuers and lawyers approved by the Dubai Land Department, right? So this gives you the credibility. They do the, valuation of the property, see how much it's actually valued for. I think it's minimum an entry of 1 million or 2 million. And then you start and above, of course, and then see if it is, if the condition is okay, if it's rented out, right? Because you need to get the returns as well. So there are certain factors that needs to be checked, and only these properties can be listed in the platforms. So once the property is entered and completely clean and ready for tokenization, then comes legal structure. So tokens can be considered as an equity, revenue shares, or even full ownerships, and smart contracts on blockchain handles the rules automatically, like example, giving out rents or resale conditions. And of course, once structured, the property is then minted into tokens and distributed through specialized platforms such as Pripco Mint and Control Alt. This is the most happening and most famous one that's going on, but Control Alt is also another option that you can invest with just minimum of 2,000 dirhams. So these platforms are local platforms in Dubai which are backed up by DLD, but there are also other platforms like Realty, Honeybricks, and so on, which helps you to actually invest across borders. Why is this such a game changer? Liquidity, right? So the first point would be liquidity, because you can sell these tokens after a couple of days or anytime that you want digitally. Second point would be low entry barriers, so that's low capital, so just minimum of 82,000 and above. You can start investing and owning a share of any property, and It's a global investment. You can actually invest in any country and all across the world. And the most important is transparency. So with the help of DLD, all the transactions are logged in the application, which cuts any fraud or any illegal transactions. So this is a very important point. And these are few points why tokenization is the new game changer for small investments. But all of that said, we also have to look into the challenges that we face in tokenization. I think there are three main challenges, which is number one is limited properties. Not all properties actually go into tokenization. So you may not exactly get what you want for a specific community or a specific location or a specific view. So that's a bit of a challenge. You would only have the available inventory presented in the Pripco app. The second one would be a high risk on off plan, because an off plan does not generate annual rent at the moment. Apart from capital appreciation, there could be delays. So your returns eventually would factor or would be questionable. Similar to off-plan properties, if you are investing in off-plan properties in tokenization, there is low returns and low valuation. Since the project is not ready, they would consider current market trends, and then that would affect in low returns. So these are few things that you should always keep in mind, especially as an investor. Invest in ready property that is achieving high rent in the right location for tokenization for a small amount, right? Which will give you higher returns. But the future looks bright. Analysts predict the tokenized real estate market will hit at least $3 trillion by 2030, with, of course, Dubai already positioning itself with a global leader in the real estate industry. So guys, just imagine investing in any property just for 2,000 dirhams, and you can do this anywhere. You can do it while you're traveling, you can do it in your house while watching TV, and also you can do it across the globe, right? So follow, click, subscribe, and like the video if you think this is interesting, if you think this makes sense, and comment for how to invest in tokenization, right? And I'll put a full video explaining exactly how, as an investor, you can do it, because I myself did invest in it, and it's very easy, it's very digital, and it is something that everybody should really try in this market and take the opportunity that we have. So comment below, and all the best.